Well, remember the Battle of Quebec in the 80s and early 90s? The playoff wars between the Canadiens and Nordiques were unforgettable until their bitter rivalry ended in 1995 when the Nordiques moved to Colorado. But now there's a group in Quebec City determined to bring the NHL back. Here's Dave Naylor with part 5 of Why Not Canada.
Marion Stastny can still make the shots. At 57, Stastny runs this golf resort just upriver from Quebec City. 3 decades ago, the name Stastny meant a completely different sport around these parts. In the early 1980s, Marion, Peter, and Anton Stastny formed a dynamic brother trio with the Quebec Nordiques. Each spring, their playoff battles featured epic showdowns against Montreal in the annual Battle of Quebec.
It was really fight for every square centimeter of the ice, and we wanted to show them that we are able to play and we are able to win as well.
Those were heady days when the Nordiques dared to challenge the Montreal Canadiens for the hearts of hockey-mad Quebecers. But then reality hit. A slumping Canadian dollar and rapidly escalating payroll were too much for the Nordiques to overcome. And Quebec, like Winnipeg, played its games in an aging facility with no prospects for a new home. So in 1995, the team was sold and moved to Denver as the Colorado Avalanche.
It was just, like pulling my heart out of my body.
Quebec is one of North America's truly beautiful cities. European in look and feel, rich in history, culture, and a love of hockey. To lure the NHL back, the city is aiming for a new publicly funded $400 million arena, supported by the provincial government and championed by Mayor Régis Laboum.
I would say the big challenge for me is to get the building decision as soon as possible. I don't want to miss, the opportunity to get a team.
I've spoken to the mayor, I've spoken to the premier, and they seem to be hopeful to confident that there will be a new arena, perhaps in conjunction with an Olympic bid.
I told them, this is my strategy, and this is the journey. Okay, look at that. I'm trying to go there by doing that and that, and I'm going to keep him posted.
The nonprofit organization behind the arena is already making headway on selling corporate suites for a building and a team that don't yet exist.
We started last March, in March 2009. We sold 70 in almost 6 months, and we have a waiting list of 10 or 12 companies right now, so it's fantastic. Only with the expectation of having a team someday.
Quebec City used to be a government town, but today it's more about private business. Although it has a population of 750,000, the unemployment rate is among the lowest in North America, and there are other pluses.
Right now, Quebec City's level of income per capita has now surpassed that of Montreal. And Montreal does have a team and does really well, and the people have enough money to go watch games.
Ownership is the final piece of the puzzle, which is what makes the interest of media giant Quebecor so critical. Its CEO, Pierre-Carl Pelado, has already met with the NHL.
And Pierre-Carl Pelado will be the dream owner. He's young, very, very good operator. And also the synergy, about everything he's got, television, newspaper, and, and cable and everything else. And that would be a perfect fit.
I believe a team can be well supported in that market.
As soon as the building is confirmed, the blockage of having a team disappear, and then everything is possible, and it could be fast.
What are Quebec's chances of landing and keeping an NHL franchise? The population base is small by NHL standards, and while the corporate sector is healthy, it too is small. So Quebec City rates a C+ in market attractiveness. But when you factor in government backing for a proposed new arena, the involvement of media giant Quebecor's potential owner, and the absence of any competing pro sports teams, the final rating on viability of a Quebec franchise jumps to a B+. And to this ex-Nordique, it all makes sense.
Here in Quebec, you have a real lovers of hockey game, so it could be only a positive thing for NHL.
For SportsCenter, I'm Dave Naylor.
Tomorrow on SportsCenter, we will recap and find out the chances of an NHL moving their franchise in the near future. And we will forecast which of the 4 cities has the best shot at landing a new team. It's the final installment of our 6-part Why Not Canada series tomorrow on SportsCenter.